Hello everyone and welcome to GG Crypto. It's December 18, 2025. The game is changing and the big players are playing a long game. Fidelity and BlackRock are loading up on Bitcoin. Tomlin's Bitmine is taking Ethereum. Meanwhile, the US Treasury is buying back its own debt. And President Trump has made a bold tax-saving prediction for 2026. There's a lot going on and it's all pointing to a big year ahead for crypto. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at the total crypto market capitalization. Right now it's at $2.93 trillion. It has decreased by 0.18% in the past 24 hours. The fear and greed index is in fear and is 22. The altcoin season indicator here is showing 17 out of 100 and over here is 35. The average crypto RSI is 34.38. The price of BTC is 87,285. Ethereum price is 2,855. BNB price is 838 and XRP price is 1.87. In the past 24 hours, we have more red as you can see here. Let's take a look at the chart of BTC. As you can see, it's still holding the 85k area. Ethereum is also holding the 2,800 area. Let's see what happens next. The BTC dominance has been pushing higher for the past 3 days. It has increased by 0.41% in the past 24 hours. For the time being, it's at 60%. Let's see if it goes higher. DXY has increased by 0.15% in the past 24 hours. The S&P 500 is looking dumpy. It has decreased by 1.16% in the past 24 hours. Let's see if it's a double top here or just a short-term correction. Gold is still looking solid. It's trading at $4,323 per ounce. I think there's going to be enough liquidity for it to break out. It just needs 1.3% to go to all-time high. Silver is also looking great. It hit a new all-time high yesterday at $66.89 per ounce. Let's take a look at Bitcoin monthly returns. This month is still bearish, obviously, and it's in minus 3.84%. When it comes to liquidations in the past 24 hours, we have $544 million liquidated, 318 longs, and 164 in shorts. Now let's talk about the institutional moves. Fidelity just bought 26.7 million worth of BTC. This is not just one-time speculation. This is part of a growing trend of traditional finance taking up on Bitcoin. And it's not just them. BlackRock and Fidelity together just purchased 508.3 million worth of BTC. In parallel, Tomlin's Bitmine is massively expanding its crypto holdings. They purchased 140.58 million worth of Ethereum. These are not retail investors chasing price swings. This is strategic long-term accumulation, showing that smart money sees a clear future for these assets. President Trump just dropped a major prediction. He says that American families will save somewhere from $11,000 to $20,000 on taxes in 2026. That sounds optimistic, but let's unpack it. If the math checks out, coupled with the potential rate cuts from the Federal Reserve plus stimulus checks, 2026 is shaping up to be a year ripe for risk on assets. Think about it. The Fed cutting rates aggressively means cheaper borrowing. People will have more money to speculate. Throwing tax savings, government checks, and we are looking at a potential liquidity flood into the markets, especially into assets like BTC, Ethereum, and of course altcoins.
Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time.
So US CPI data comes out today at 8:30 a.m. ET, with expectations pegged at 3.1%. Visa launches stablecoin settlement with USDC on Solana. Visa has announced it will enable US financial institutions to use Circle's USDC for back-end payment flows over the Solana blockchain. The move, which will expand through 2026, makes Visa a major player in the growing stablecoin sector. Banks like Cross River Bank and Lead Bank are already participating. Visa aims to provide faster programmable settlement options, integrating seamlessly with existing treasury operations. This also follows Visa's new stablecoin advisory practice and its involvement in Circle's ARC blockchain. Coinbase is not sitting idle either. They just rolled out stocks trading, prediction markets, and more in their bid to become the everything exchange. They're adding hundreds of top stocks, prediction markets on events like elections, sports, and economic indicators. They are ramping up perpetual futures trading. The aim to become the go-to platform for all things finance, traditional and crypto. This is a bold move, with Coinbase entering new space. The future of finance is hybrid. Crypto and traditional assets will coexist on one platform. On the flip side, crypto's rise comes with its own risks. Remember the other day I talked about securing your assets and not downloading stupid shit? Here's why it matters. A Singapore entrepreneur lost his entire crypto portfolio after downloading a fake game. This wasn't just a random attack. The malware infiltrated the system, bypassing antivirus software, and used Google Chrome bug to steal over $14,000 in crypto, which is not much, but still. This is why we need to stay vigilant even with antivirus software. Malware is getting smarter. Always protect your seed phases, especially when using browser-based wallets. Don't download random apps and never trust unsolicited links. Trump is set to interview pro-crypto Christopher Waller, and with him in lead, the Fed could usher in the conditions crypto traders are hoping for. More stimulus and more rate cuts. What does it mean for the markets? Risk on assets like BTC and Ethereum could see massive upside as institutional players continue to pile in and retail investors follow. I think the next Fed chair will be Kevin Hassett, but they need to create an illusion of democracy and choice. The Fed also bought back its own debt today, $3.7 billion worth. As we move toward more institutional involvement in crypto, there is a growing pushback from Senator Elizabeth Warren, who's calling for an investigation into DeFi platforms. She's particularly concerned about the connections to Trump's business interests, specifically PancakeSwap. While this is more political noise than immediate market impact, it's worth noting that the regulatory pressure is building. Expect to see more oversight on decentralized platforms, especially as institutional capital continues to pour in. So in conclusion, massive institutional buys continue, potential tax cuts and rate cuts are coming, Coinbase is expanding into stocks and prediction markets, and regulatory clarity around crypto is driven by pro-crypto Fed chair candidates. We are seeing orchestrated price suppression right now, but when the flush is over, the conditions will be in place for a huge upside move in 2026. Stay sharp, stay strong. Until the next time.